look at them. They're out in force. Bloody reptiles. You know, for a long time, the British press labelled me Phil the Greek. And I was 1/6 in line to the throne of Greece, but I'm not Greek. I've no fondness for the country, nor its people. They assassinated my grandfather, condemned my father to death, and exiled the family when I was just a year old. One's hardly likely to put them at the top of one's most popular people's list. Is one. I was born on June the 10th. Well, actually, that's not quite true. I was born on May the 28th, but the Gregorian calendar arrived and all the dates got moved. The end result of that is she's not the only one with 2 birthdays. So, June the 10th, 1921, in Corfu. Well, to be precise, on the dining table of our family home, given to my mother, Princess Alice of Greece, by my grandfather, George I of Greece. That's the house, not the table. Doctor arrived, decided the bedroom wasn't suitable for giving birth, picked my mother up, well, and me, I suppose, carried us downstairs, born on the table. My father was Prince Andrea. He had protruding ears, as a matter of fact. Skipped a generation. Protruding ears, a moustache, a joking sense of humour. He was stubborn, contrary, and possessed a deep desire to have the last word, and he wore a monocle. I'm told I'm very much like my father. I've never worn a monocle. Contact lenses from time to time, but they will drop out in polo games. We all had a terrific sense of humour. My brothers and I got together. It was like the bloody Marx Brothers. Anything could happen. We were exiled when I was just a baby. And at the age of 8, my mother was committed to a loony bin. Oh, sorry, bloody hell. Asylum. Not allowed to call them loony bins these days. At that very young age, I was one day just taken out for a walk, and when I came back, Mother was gone. I attended my first school in Paris. I was fluent in English, Greek, German, of course. And I became fluent in French. Brought up, rather more by my father's side of the family than my mother's. They were quite interesting people. The sort of people you haven't heard of much. 1929, I was sent to boarding school in Chim. And 4 years later, at the age of 12, was moved to Schloss Salem on the shores of Lake Constance to save on school fees. Well, the school was owned by my sister and brother-in-law. A pity, really. Not much chance of playing cricket there. That same year, Hitler, remember him? Became Chancellor, and after just 2 terms, the family decided it would be better if I returned to Chim. All that Heil Hitler business, I couldn't take it seriously. One had to make that gesture at Chim if one wanted to go to the lavatory. 1933, the founder and headmaster of Schloss Salem, this remarkable fellow called Kurt Hahn, was arrested by the Nazis for the heinous crime of being Jewish. Just arrested, you understand. Concentration camps hadn't quite arrived at that point. Fortunately, due to the intervention of various influential people, educationalists, politicians, he was released. Fled to Britain, wound up in Scotland, where he founded another boarding school. Gordonston. By God, if that place didn't make me what I am today, it played a bloody big part. Sea, mountains, fresh air, bloody freezing most of the time. He had brain surgery, Kurt Hahn. Very eccentric. Bloody good headmaster, though. His political and diplomatic ambitions had been quite frustrated, so he turned to teaching. And at Gordonston, he concentrated very much on the development of the child as a whole, decision-making, self-reliance. Very little emphasis placed on further education. In fact, I'm one of those ignorant bums who never went to university, and a fat lot of harm it did me. At school, I wasn't in the least aware of being any different to any of the other boys. Oh, it's true, I had this title of prince, but it's surprising how easily you can live it down. My favourite subject at school was avoiding unnecessary work. I once played Donalbain in the school production of Macbeth. Oh, bugger, sorry. Theatre, not allowed to say that. The Scottish play. to Ireland I. Our separated fortunes shall keep us both the safer. Where we are, there's daggers in men's smiles, the near in blood, the nearer bloody. You may now have some idea how we can feel at a command performance. I remember one year at the Royal Variety Show, we went backstage to meet the cast, and the Queen was thanking that chap, the hell's his name, Michael something. He did a big London show, hairnet, fly spray, hairspray, Michael Ball, that's the boy. Thanking him for singing that lovely song. That lovely song. Well, if Helen Mirren can do it, I bloody well can. Apparently the palace had specifically requested "People Will Say We're in Love," as it had meant so much to us when we were courting, and I just asked him, what the hell was that song you were singing? Well, better get on. I've 60 days for this tour, and I'm visiting 10 countries. That makes 6 days in each place. And I can tell you, when you've shaken that many hands, smiled that many smiles, and eaten that much chicken, you don't know whether you're coming or going. It's always the same on these tours. The first day, people quite enjoy it, but when you start blocking the traffic, well, by the third day, everyone just gets bloody tired of it. You see, the art of being a good guest is knowing when to leave. So, leave, one will. What? What do you mean we've lost the Empire? Where the hell's it gone? Good God! One can't put anything down in this bloody palace.